there'd be a huge impact, and we're going to do everything we can to stop it.
The oil and gas up in arms over proposed legislation on offshore safety reforms. Is it necessary, or is it just added regulation?
And Congressman Jeff Landry of New Iberia is a big supporter of the bill. It's called the Coast Guard and Maritime Transportation Act of 2011. It mostly concerns funding for the Coast Guard, but Congressman Landry added provisions that he says are necessary to improve offshore safety. But as Jim Hummel reports, not everyone agrees.
Among the offshore safety reforms proposed by Congressman Landry, a standby vessel provision, which would require most rigs working in the Gulf to have a vessel on standby within 3 to 12 nautical miles just in case of an emergency. Landry says he was motivated by events over the past few years. From the Deepwater Horizon to another platform explosion a few months later, the crew forced into the Gulf, to this summer's Trinity II disaster, which took the lives of 2 Louisiana men.
This is something that's important to us. This is something that ensures that men and women who risk their lives every day have an opportunity to come back home.
But Representative Landry has his critics from Washington.
In fact, it's going to add millions of dollars per rig per year in cost. It could hurt jobs, and it doesn't add anything to safety.
To here at home, Louisiana Oil and Gas Association President Don Briggs.
It's not going to add to the safety out there at all. We have many good policies already in place, and so adding that kind of cost when you don't need to is irresponsible.
And despite the criticism, Congressman Jeff Landry does stand by his proposals. He says safety should come above all of that. And as for the bill, it did pass in the U.S. House of Representatives a few weeks back. It's now pending approval in the Senate. For Good Morning Acadiana, I'm Jim Hummel, KATC TV3.